Today I'm unboxing some Saber Forge scratch and dent parts and also 2 scratch and dent hilts. So let's check it out. Now I've actually never gotten the scratch and dent pieces or hilts from Saber Forge before, so this will be kind of exciting. Now Saber Forge started offering the scratch and dent, well, pieces maybe a couple years ago. It's always been very popular. So you basically end up with a bunch of sort of like random parts, and then people can use them to, create hilts and that type of thing. Or it's pretty common for people to trade pieces or just kind of, pick through, save certain pieces and trade or sell the rest of the pieces. Now, one thing I really liked was Saber Forge put a limit on how many of these you can get, so that meant that somebody couldn't just come along and buy like 10, or it's a limited quantity that they have available for this at any given time, so it's nice to give lots of people a fair shot at it. Alright, looks like parts are on the top. Oh, so they're each in a bag. So we got 2 bundles of the parts and 2 bundles of the, well, not bundles, 2 hilts. Just getting the box out of the way. So I don't know what I should do first. Let's look at the hilts. All right, well, let's look at one hilt at a time. So kind of is like a mystery box concept almost to have these scratch and dent hilts. All right, this is the Ezra style hilt. I don't remember what that one's called off the top of my head. I'm sure somebody is saying it right now as they're watching the video. Is it the Adept? Maybe. Or Adept? And there's the other one, and I think I actually know what the other one is already, but let's see what some of these parts are. Kind of looks like the bag is even scratch and dent a little bit there, which is fine. Wow. This is really kind of a nice mix of different things here. Now, I know one of the things you can do with these scratch and dent parts is sometimes assemble additional hilts out of the components. It really depends what you get. Cool. We got some really nice mixes of parts. This was from the Jade Fire, I believe. So there's a couple of those pieces. This is, yeah, I don't know what the names of all the pieces are. I think this was from the Quinlan Voss style hilt. Another cool piece from the middle of the hilt. Really an interesting variety. Now I've seen what some other people seem to have gotten, and sometimes they'll get repeats of parts. You can get things like blade plugs. This is an emitter section. I don't see any blade plugs here right now. Plenty of other different types of parts. So this is like most of a hilt right here. Nice shroud piece. Yeah, there's a pretty good variety. It's just kind of a pile of pieces. Another nice pommel. I feel like I should just dump this out too. This is, these scratch and dent things definitely come with a lot of parts. You see, you get sort of a mountain of parts. So here's some other little greeblies. That's kind of nice. This is maybe part of a blade plug, or, well, it might be, actually it's a pommel, I guess. This one's actually labeled, so that's the Juggernaut Reliant MK1 V2 pommel. So some of the scratch and dent parts are just from pieces from sort of previous versions of hilts, so that can be the reason why something ends up as scratch and dent. Of course, it could have, you know, any of these pieces could have some minor imperfections to them. There's a nice emitter piece, angled emitter. Ah, cool. This is like an Obi-Wan style shroud piece. Yeah, really good variety so far, I'd say. There's stuff, you know, there's a couple repeats, like right here. But pretty cool kind of Mara Jade style hilt parts there. Oh, there's actually 3 of those. So there you go. Whoa. But, you know, really, like, one of the nice parts about this is it's pretty easy to find people to trade with, you know, like on Facebook and some of the lightsaber groups. Pretty common to see people trading and kind of selling off their spare parts. Like if you don't need 3 of those, which maybe you do, maybe you don't. Oh, there's a nice Obi-Wan style pommel. Yeah, so some of these parts were individually wrapped and other ones were kind of tossed in there, so it just kind of depends, I guess. Ah, this is like a matching pommel, just, you know, light side or dark side. Or I guess it just depends on the hilt that you have in mind also. Just because something's black doesn't mean that it has to be a dark side thing, right? Oh, cool. This is the one with the pommel with the kind of flat sides to it, like lots of nice detailing. I'm going to have to do a follow-up video with some of these pieces lined up because it's just, you know, even though I'm unwrapping a lot of these, it's really kind of a mountain of parts, as you can see. Which is kind of a nice visual, don't get me wrong, but everything's just everywhere. Kind of makes you feel like a real, you know, lightsaber builder out of Star Wars, sort of like, here's all these parts you can use to put them together, make a hilt, call it your own, pass the Jedi trials. Save the galaxy. Ah, this one's kind of stuck, another shroud piece here. Oh, I'll just go on to another one for now. So this one says V1. Oh, and it has parts spilling out of it. Some greeblies. I'm getting kind of a dust on my hand from some of this stuff too. So this one had a flying greebly out of it. I don't even know where I guess it didn't come from this particular piece. Wow, another nice kind of body. I like these ones with the cutaway sections. Those are always pretty cool. Ah, another Obi-Wan style shroud for the top of a hilt. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this part is. Maybe it goes in the middle of a hilt. Yeah, there's a couple not sure pieces in here. I guess this might be part of a thin neck. These are maybe thin neck parts. Here's a very low profile pommel. Oh, there might be another falling greebly from this one. Oh. Yes, there is. All right, another kind of black part. It's emitter part. Or not emitter, it's the switch section, clearly. My brain and my voice are doing two different things. I'm going to sneak over and go back to this hilt. Now, some of you may already recognize it, as I believe I do. Curved hilt design, flat hilt design. This is one of the original designs, I believe, that Saberforge has made. That's not, well, what I mean by that is not character inspired. All right, so this is Cyber Assassin. Very cool.